and welcome back to the Mr. Brad Worden Show. And today, March 20th, 2024, is the 3rd year anniversary of the launch of the Mr. Brad Worden Show. Technically, it used to be version 2, but we just went with it because that became the standard of the show. The original Mr. Brad Worden Show was originally shot back in 2009, back in the olden days. So, in this episode, I'm just going to talk about whatever kind I want to talk about in the career of the 3-year span of the Mr. Brad Worden Show. From the Chilihead community, to YouTube, to Hot and Spicy, to pretty much the whole gamut of things. So hopefully this won't take long for my camera person's sake, because I think she has some kind of virus and her arm is limited in motion right now. Extremely sore.
No, I have a pinched nerve in my neck.
Maybe a pinched nerve or some kind of virus, we don't know, but her arm is very limited in its motion, so kind of got a prop stand a little bit tonight. So anyway, if you have never watched my show or you're a new subscriber, some of you might have heard some of the backstory. So, me as a Chilihead personally, I've always enjoyed spicy food since I was a wee little boy. Even before all the crazy, super hot, hybrid peppers, I loved the heat. Whatever I could get my hands on, spicy snacks, spicy candies, which there was not nearly as much back then as there is now. But I would snack on that stuff all the time, like whenever I could. So that is why it led to me becoming a Chilihead. So in the 3 years of me becoming, I don't know, a YouTuber Chilihead, I would say, because even prior to that, I was like excited about eating ghost peppers when they came out, excited about Scorpion and Reapers when they came out, excited about the Pocky One Chip Challenge, the original one, when it came out. So I've always been excited about that stuff, but 3 years ago, in March 20th, 2021, I went away. I had gone away for spring break, and I was to some specialty stores in Wisconsin Dells, which has tons of specialty stores, and I found a bunch of challenge grade, really spicy products, like some Blazing Food stuff, Toe of Satan, all that stuff. So I picked up a bunch of it, started to hit it hard. I was super excited about all that stuff in the beginning, super excited. Like, I was so excited I want to hit up as many challenges as I possibly could. I was excited to hit up every single one of them. Okay, not knowing what the entails of the cap cramps and things were, but I found that out real fast too. But I was so excited I just kept rolling with it, so much so that when I first got into it, I joined what was League of Fire, still is League of Fire, and from March 20th to the end of that first season, I got over 300 points just knocking down challenges and getting to I think top 10, maybe even 5 for the season that year. So my goal when I first started was 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 videos, and 1,000 at least League of Fire points at that point. So in 3 years, the first 3 years, I've achieved all those goals. So at this point, I really don't have a lot of goals per se, and I had even a couple times thought about retiring the channel, just kind of calling it quits or whatever. But Little Man of Fire and Awesome Sauce reminded me, no, don't do it. Just do, do what, having fun. So now my channel is more about that. I definitely won't get rid of the heat factor, because I like that. That's me too. But now it's more about having fun, not worry about so much what people think, not worry about points, which is kind of sad because let me just give you a little bit of background on the Chilihead community. If you are a Chilihead, you probably kind of know what I'm talking about. If you are like an outsider who just enjoys my show to enjoy it, you might not know much about it. So back when I started, a lot of people were super excited about the chili community. A lot of people were super supportive of me, supportive of each other. And then as time went on, there were tons of falling outs, tons of breaking off, tons of different factions over the last, especially 2 years, which is kind of sad because a lot of those people, aren't friends with each other. A lot of people don't associate with me as much because they wanted me to pick sides or go one way or the other. And I don't do that. I'm just in the community to have a good time and review whatever products, whatever products come out are new in the spicy community and world. So there's been a lot of falling out, like about whose peppers are hottest with so many different hybrids. What groups are the best, what, people lying, people not being truthful, all this different stuff. And some people know exactly what we're talking about here, but I'm not putting blame on anybody. I'm not picking sides. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm having a good time. I started doing some shorts, which have been fun and exciting, and like other innovative, fun ideas like heat on the street, blindfold challenges, some other crazy things too. So I'm having a good time. I'm doing what I'm doing. As far as YouTube goes, I want to talk about that because not a lot of people talk about YouTube, and I'm going to be honest with it. So as a professional, as a teacher and coach and working with youth and stuff, I hear a lot of kids saying, I want to be a professional YouTuber when I grow up. And I don't put down their dreams, but I say, you're going to have to work really hard. Because in 3 years and working super hard, putting out 1,000 videos of content, you will not, it's super hard to become a professional YouTuber. Since I've been monetized after about 2 years into my show, so I've been monetized about a year, I've only made probably like $300. I make about $30, $20 to $30 a month. Okay, so in the whole scheme of things, if you are an adult and you know how much things cost and how much inflation's hit our economy, $20 or $30 a month is like chump change. It might pay for part of a meal, part of a tank of gas, a few products to review here and there. It really doesn't go far. So to get a full-time profession on YouTube, you're talking probably like 100,000 to million subscribers with like thousands of views per video. Because right now I have nearing 2,000, 1,800, getting close to 1,900 subscribers after 3 years. And, about 100 views per video and putting out about a video a day. So the only thing that's going to help you is if you find something super exciting and trendy and then you keep rolling with it. Like a lot of those popular YouTube channels, they do that. They also have to spend and put a lot of time into. That's why, they probably get where they are. But being a chili head too, just to go off of that too, probably hardly, if any at all, chili heads can make a full-time living off of it. Some of the bigger ones I might see making like a few $1,000s a year, maybe even like 10, but even that's not enough to make a living off of. So if you're in the chili head community to try and make a living off of it, sadly I have to tell you, you probably won't, not to put down your dreams, but you have to do it. You have to do it like me because you love it. I never even knew I'd hit 1,000 subscribers or ever even get monetized, and I don't really care about the money aspect. I just like doing it. What I didn't like doing after a while is that feeling of getting the calf cramps all the time, losing sleep, getting sick. So I've kind of cut back on that a little bit because my stomach and health and like eating to, coat my stomach and all that. And if you're a chili head, you know what I'm talking about. Put on weight, just wasn't as healthy as I was. So now I'm kind of cutting back on that. I still want to do high grade challenges, but like the multiples and the extent of it, just not really into it anymore. Just having fun, just doing what I want to do, kind of. So I hope you appreciate that. And I appreciate you. I do not say thank you enough to the people that are on my show bandwagon. I used to do it much more when I was going, but in the past year, so I really haven't thanked people. But I thank all like the suppliers. I thank my fellow chili heads. I thank my local community who's been really supportive, family, especially my crew at home, my camera person who puts up with my shenanigans, especially at late at night and times and when she's not feeling good. Little Man of Fire and Awesome Sauce who encouraged me at sometimes to keep going, and it's not always easy. I saw an article. About a week or two ago how influencer fatigue is real. Sometimes it's hard to keep going with this stuff, and sometimes you don't always want to keep going. Life gets to you too. Life gets busy. You might not always want to do it, but you have to love it. You have to personally love it. If you're just in it to try and get money or subscribers or whatever, it's going to become more frustrating to you. So you have to be in it to love it. And it's not always easy. Like some nights, I'm always Mike Shipper self, my intro wave. Some nights, there's nights where it's a pure act, where like things get tense in the house, or there's an argument with the kids or something. And it's like, oh, but we have to roll the video because we're set up. So we're not really feeling it. It's more of an act. Now, it's not always an act, but sometimes it's somewhat acting too, so it is kind of that way too at times, because we're real life. Influencers are real life people. You see people acting and having a good time, but influencers, they can have that fatigue. They can have like other issues in their life outside of it. That's the reality of life. So I'm gonna keep going on after 3 years. Doing what I like to do, having fun, and I hope you guys stick with me doing that. I still will be in the hot and spicy because that's what part of me, that's what I love, and just doing other product reviews, having fun, doing the shorts. So if you haven't checked those out, check those out.
The only part that's not acting, you probably should clarify though, is when you do hot things or you really do disgusting things, you really aren't acting.
Yeah, for a lot of those disgusting taste tests and hot taste tests, those I'm not acting for. Those some of those crazy, ridiculous reactions, those are pretty much legit. Those are mostly legit. So, especially that one the other night with the really gross baby food. That I could not keep down at all.
I think we laughed like an hour afterwards. That was ridiculous.
The way you guys torture me sometimes too. What I put myself through to entertain both my crew and you out there sometimes is absolutely ridiculous. Some of the gross things and spicy things
Spicy coffee's coming up.
I subject myself to. I tell you, sometimes I don't know what I do. I think it's sometimes just to make people happy and entertain people too, and see what it's like to suffer in those fashions. So I hope you enjoy my show, the Mr. Brad Worden show. Hope you stick with me for many years to come, hopefully.
You have another show too that is an off branch for some of the kiddies that have requested.
Oh, which one?
Pups and Mr. Dragon.
Oh, I played around with some other shows too, so I have a kid-friendly show. I tried Legends of Old, like a legendary show. So those were just like kind of side things. This is my main show where I talk about and kind of do what I want to do for like review type stuff. But there's been a few other ones for fun. So that's just what I like to do. Have a good time. Okay? And mostly it is what I am. I mean, I love my day job. I'm a teacher and a coach. I love that. I love working with kids. I love something different every day, the experience of teaching. And I like this too because I get to be myself and do something else I like to do, like for a fun, a side thing, kind of like a hobby. That's what it is. So I enjoy it. So I'll keep going. Might not be spicy all the time. Like I said, like I used to. Like it used to always be spicy. Out of my 1,000 videos, I think I went back about 250. About 1/4 of them were official like challenge like material, and probably well over half of them were heat type stuff. But now I'm like into some other product reviews too, and just doing shorts for fun and stuff. Like I said, so. I hope you enjoyed this one, even though I didn't really do anything other than chat and probably talk your ear off. But hope you have a good night and hang with me, and we'll see you next time on the Mr. Brad Worden Show.